Hi children, welcome to accountancy class. In this session, we'll just have a refresh of our journal entry and the very important concepts which are to be learned for writing the journal entries in a correct manner. So first and foremost thing is to learn the golden rules of double entry system thoroughly. So the golden rules of double entry system are personal account, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Real account, debit what comes in and credit what goes out. Nominal account, debit all expenses and losses and credit all incomes and gains. So this is very essential to do any accounting work in our accountancy. And to identify the names of the accounts under the personal account, real account and nominal account, you have been given with a gist. Just see, personal account includes transactions relating to person, firm and institutions. Okay, so any account which is relating to person or firm or institution come under the criteria personal account. Whereas real account, it includes transactions relating to cash, goods, assets and properties. So any transaction which relates to cash, goods, assets, properties will come under real account. For example, cash will come under cash account, goods will come under stock account, and assets like building, furniture, computer, car, everything will come under real account. And when you are considering the properties, land and building, then your house, everything will come under the property. So all these items will be included in real account. And the nominal accounts include transactions relating to expenses, losses, incomes and gains, and the other name for income is revenue. So all these items will come under the account nominal account. So these two are very essential before we enter a transaction in the journal. And there are about 3 kinds of transactions in our accounting process. They are cash transaction, credit transaction and bank transaction. Cash transaction is a transaction when cash is received immediately. So as soon as the transaction undertakes, the cash will be either received or paid immediately. So if cash is paid or received immediately, it comes under cash transaction. Whereas credit transactions are those transactions which are undertaken but the cash will be paid or received in the later dates. So no immediate payments are made but it will be paid or received in the later dates. And the third transaction is bank transaction. If bank is involved in a transaction, then such kind of transaction is called as bank transaction. As you identify the kind of transaction in a journal, one aspect is over. Then you can focus on the other aspect. Okay, now let's move on with the journal formats. So this is the concept which lies behind the journal entry. So you can make your journal entries or prepare your journal entries very easily if you are thorough with these hints. So first of all, I told you in any double entry system, when we consider, there are 2 aspects, namely the debit aspect and credit aspects. Okay, so in any transaction, when we write, we will have 2 accounts, namely the debit account and the credit account. So among these 2 accounts, if you identify the kinds of transaction, one aspect will be found. Then you can focus on the other aspect. How do you identify it? Just see, the journal entries commenced or started or invested in business. As such, if you get the terms, then you should understand that it is the capital which is invested into the business, or the capital which is used for starting a business or commencing a business. So if cash is used, then it is a cash transaction. Suppose if any of the goods or if any of the properties are used, then it will come under that. For example, commenced business with building. As such, if you have a transaction, then how you will write that is building is an asset. So one aspect will be buildings account. So you will debit building account, whereas 2, the name of the proprietor must be written along with capital account. Suppose if you bring goods into the firm for starting the business, then we don't have an account called goods account, but we have stock account. So the entry will appear as such: stock account debit to capital account. The name of the person must be written before the capital. Is it clear, children? So commenced or started or invested in business, for it, if cash is invested, cash account debit to capital account. The name of the proprietor is a must. Suppose if you are writing in the books of J. Seeley, then you will write cash account debit to J. Seeley's capital account. If you write in the books of Shivaranjani, cash account debit to Shivaranjani's capital account. If you write in the books of Ram, then cash account debit to Ram's capital account. The next journal entry is if you have the transaction with the words purchased goods, bought goods. If you have the term goods, then purchase account will appear. Purchased or bought goods means purchase account. So here also you can identify the accounts. So the other account which is used here can be identified by way of the transaction. If it is a cash transaction, then you will write purchase account debit to cash account. Suppose if it is a credit transaction, then you will write purchase account and the name of the person, because credits must be handed over to a person. So you will write the name of the person here. So purchase account debit to concerned person's account must be credited with. Suppose if it is a bank transaction, that is purchased goods and paid through RTGS or NEFT and so on, then you can write purchase account debit to bank account. So you have to remember, either if you have purchased goods or bought goods, purchase account is debited, whereas cash account, bank account and the name of the persons will be credited with. The next transaction is sales. Sold goods or sales made. As such, if you have the terms, then if it is a cash transaction, then cash account debit to sales account. If it is a credit transaction, write the name of the person in the debit and credit your sales account. If it is a bank transaction, instead of cash, you will write bank account debit to sales account. The next one is purchase returns or return outwards. Either it can be termed as purchase returns or return outwards. When the goods purchased by us is returned to others, then we have to write the entry as cash account debit to purchase returns account if it is a cash transaction. If it is a bank transaction, bank account debit to purchase returns. And if it is a credit transaction, concerned person's name will be debited, whereas purchase returns account will be credited with. The next one is sales returns or return inwards. So it can be either termed as sales returns or return inwards. When the goods sold by us is returned, then it is termed as sales return. Here sales returns account will be debited to cash account if it is a cash transaction. If it is a bank transaction, instead of cash you will write bank. So sales account debit to bank account. And if it is a credit transaction, sales returns account debit to concerned person's name. Is it clear? Then the next one is for any expenses met with, or when expenses are paid or payments made by us, then this will be dealt only in two cases, either with cash or with bank. So only cash and bank is dealt here. So if the name of the expenses is given, for example, stationery paid, advertisement expenses paid, electricity charges paid, bank charges paid, and so on. If you have, write the name of the expense. So expenses account will be debited. If it is a cash transaction, to cash account. For example, stationery is paid means stationery account debit to cash account. If advertisement expenses is paid, advertisement expenses account debit to cash account. Or if you are purchasing a purchase furniture, then after buying the furniture you are to pay with. So you will write the name of the asset here. It is furniture. So furniture account debit to cash account. Suppose if you are making payments to the person, I am paying to Shwati. So paid Shwati rupees 5,000. Then write the name of the concerned person here. Shwati account debit to cash account. Is it clear? Shwati account debit to cash account, because we are making payments. Then the next one is received cash or check or money in any cases, or when we are receiving the assets. In such cases, our journal entries will be cash account is to be debited with the incomes are to be credited. As you know, incomes are the credit aspects of a nominal account because credit all incomes and gains. So here you will write cash account debit to income account. For example, a rent received, then you will write cash account debit to rent received account. Commission received, cash account debit to commission received account. If it is a bank transaction, that is salary received through bank, then you will write it as bank account debit to salary received account. Clear, children? And if you are receiving the money from anybody else, suppose I am receiving money from Saranya, then I will write the entry as cash account debit to Saranya's account. The next one is regarding the bank transactions paid into bank or deposited into bank. If you have such terms, then bank account will be debited to cash account. Okay. The same way, when you are withdrawing money from the bank, you will write the entry as, suppose if you are withdrawing from the bank or you receive money through NEFT, RTGS, ECS, ATM, etc., then your entry will be cash account debit to bank account, because when we receive, bank will be the giver. When we pay, bank will be the receiver. So according to our personal account, debit the receiver and credit the giver. That is why you will have an entry cash account debit to bank account. And the other important entry is when you are making withdrawals for personal use of the proprietor, then you cannot write either the cash account or the bank account entries, but you are to write with drawings account. So drawings account will be debited in all cases when withdrawn for personal use of the proprietor. So if you are withdrawing cash from your business for personal use, then you will write it as drawings account debit to cash account. Or if you are withdrawing money from bank for your personal use, you will write drawings account debit to bank account. Or if you are utilizing the goods or taking the goods for your personal use, then we cannot write an account called goods account, but it must be adjusted along with the purchase. So you will write drawings account debit to purchase account. So these are the very important journal entries and small hints to remember before writing a journal entry. If you are thorough with these concepts, then you can write any journal entry correctly. Understand these concepts well and learn the journal entries thoroughly. Thank you.